Welcome back everyone to another episode of DadsDenTech Reviews, the tech review channel where we focus on helping you guys work smarter, not harder. And today I am continuing my reviews of TrebLab products. You guys know I did the HD Max the other day, which I really loved. Today I'm going to dive into their medium-sized speaker, the HD77, and see if it gets the DadsDent stamp of approval. So stick right around after the intro. We'll dive right into it, but until then, run the intro. Welcome back everyone. My name is Darren and this is DadsDenTech Reviews, a tech review channel where we help you guys work smarter, not harder. And today we are reviewing another speaker from TrebLab. It is their 360 degree medium-sized speaker. It is the HD77. As you guys know, I did the HD Max about a couple weeks ago, and I really love that speaker. I loved it so much that I went and bought another one. I've been using it in the backyard. That's why it's not in my room right now. It's because one's in the garage because I was working in the garage at one the other day, and then the other one's hanging out by the back door so that if anybody goes outside. I had the opportunity to pair them together. It works really great. After I finish these series of speakers, I'll put up another video showing how they work paired together so that you guys can get a better understanding of what it's like to have two of these speakers paired together. So that is for the HD Max. The HD77 is also another speaker from TrebLab that you can pair two speakers together. So before we get into the features and actually get into the review, definitely go down below, hit that subscribe button, join the DadsDenTech Review family if you guys love these videos. If you have any suggestions of products you want us to review, definitely leave it in the comments in any of the videos, and we'll do our best to get to them. But we'll dive right into it. We'll find out if it gets the DadsDent stamp of approval, and if you happen to forget what the DadsDent stamp of approval actually is, I will remind you right now because it looks a little something like this. And all it means is that it meets our standards of something that is a quality product, something that we would buy ourselves, and something that we would recommend you guys buying. So let's just dive right into it and go into the actual design and features of it. Alright, so time for the design and features. And if you guys remember the review I did the other day on the HD Max, they pretty much are built exactly the same. All three speakers from the HD77 and the HD7 as well as the HD Max all look alike. There's a few differences between them. I'll go into them in a little while. But overall, it's the same sturdy speaker. It's water resistant. It does 360 degree sound because of the way it has the speaker set up. It also has two different subwoofers on each side. It has the usual buttons that the other speaker had with the power button, the volume up, volume down, volume up, the play button, and this is a button that you use if you actually want to pair it to your device. Also, you're going to use that button when you're pairing it to another HD77 because you can pair two HD77s together to get a surround sound setup. I haven't tried it on this version because I only have one. But I did try it on the HD Mac and it really works pretty well. So I'm pretty certain they're going to work the same exact way with the setup and features. But I'll release a separate video showing you guys how I actually paired them together and how it actually works. But I'm going to post a picture right now so you can see the size difference. That's me using it outside. What you're going to get in the box is very similar. Only difference is, as instead of like a crossbody strap that the HD Max comes with, this comes with a regular strap that you get from like a digital camera. It also comes with one of these. I never knew what these actually called. I just usually call them like a C-hook type thing. I don't know what they're called, but it comes with one of these clamps. It works out really well because when I go into the actual review of it, I'll tell you guys exactly why it actually worked out very well for me. But what you get in the box, you're going to get that. You're also going to get a micro USB cable to actually charge it. It does have the ports down here below, and you can also add auxiliary cable as well, and it does come with an auxiliary cable, so that's pretty cool. It's really sturdy. It's rugged. Like I said, it is water resistant. I did test it out being water resistant because I took this speaker with me to Aruba recently. And not only did I take it to Aruba, it actually just before the review I had to blow off some sand off it because I still had beach sand on it. This thing went to the beach. This thing went to a natural pool with me. it went to the pool. It was on a catamaran boat with us while we were sailing. It didn't go water with us while we were snorkeling, but it definitely stood on a boat. It got a few splashes. It worked perfectly fine. It was great. So it is 360-degree sound. It is a 25-watt speaker. It is IPX6 waterproof. It has a 20-hour battery life, and I believe that's if you use it like at half settings. Obviously, if you keep it on max blast at all times, the battery life is going to drain a lot faster. Now, it says it has a Bluetooth range of up to 33 feet, which I could believe because I was testing its limits out a lot outside, and it seemed to work very well, stay connected. It does, if you turn it on, the difference between this and the HD Max, if you guys might not be able to see it, but it has like an LED flashing light above and below. Now, it says it has a shock-proof body and really rugged. This is a solid speaker. It definitely has a little bit of weight to it, and it definitely took a beating because I was dragging this around everywhere with me, and it just kept working. All right, so now we're in the performance side of things, and I will say this. I've been using the speaker for probably about a month now. I was using it at home around the house before I started using the HD Max, and this was my go-to speaker for a good bit of time because it was easy to fit in my pocket when I needed to go from the front of the house to the back of the house and change locations. But I took a break from it, and I said, you know what, before I do a review, let me really test it out because this speaker is built to be put on a go. It's meant to go around, obviously, because it has a clip. It's meant to clip onto things and go, and that's what I did. I clipped it onto my North Face book bag, and as I went hiking, this thing was right there playing music, hanging out with us. I had no fear of when I put this in my bag with the wet clothes that I was wearing when I went to the natural pool, that it was going to be perfectly fine. It was a champ. Once it dried off, it didn't really have to dry off, actually, to be honest with you. It never stopped working. It worked really well, and I'm actually surprised of how much sound actually comes from the speaker, and a lot of the people were surprised as well. We went with a party of 6, and everyone was like, dude, this speaker works really well. And we weren't really expecting it from the size. It has a good bit of bass, but it also has a lot of clarity in the voices and the lyrics that you're hearing. So we really did enjoy this. Now, this is not a speaker that you're going to use in your backyard to have a party. Like, it's not that strong. You all want to step up to the HD Max. But if you want a speaker that you could travel with you on the plane, because this went in my suitcase, you want it to be able to take it to the beach where you can enjoy music but don't disturb anybody else, really, this is an excellent speaker to have. I really wish I had a second one so I could test them out together to do the stereo sound to see how much better the sound is. But overall, the sound quality on this is really good. Now, the Bluetooth pairing works really well. You definitely want to make sure if you're going to pair to another device that you take off the Bluetooth or the original device. Otherwise, it's automatically going to try to connect back to that original device. But when it does try to connect that to the original device, it connects really quickly. So once you turn it on, it makes a doo-doo-doom, and then a doom, and you hear that it connects, and it works really well, and you're jamming with your music really quickly. A lot of people asked in the last review if you could play audio from it, and to be honest with you, I've tried it to where you guys could hear the audio, but based on your setup, you're probably not going to hear it the way it's supposed to sound anyway, so it really doesn't make a difference. But I will tell you this, that the sound quality is really good on this speaker. The best part of it is how durable this speaker actually really is. I didn't have any concerns about it the entire time. Now, there were parts where I don't know if it was because we were outside or what, but when we were on the boat at some points, it did have like a little skipping sound. So I don't know if it was my phone or the speaker, but after about a couple minutes, it kind of fixed itself and everything was good to go from there. I will say this, the battery life is really good. It says it's a 20-hour battery life. I charged it twice during the vacation. I would definitely say that you'll probably get, based on how you use it, about 10 to 15 hours, give or take. 20 hours is, you could probably get out of it if you just keep it on a pretty low volume settings. But if you plan on bumping at any point in time for a long period of time, you're probably going to drain the battery pretty quickly. Good thing is, though, it does come with a micro USB cable. You plug this thing up, it charges really quickly. I don't think it charges as quick of the HD Max, but the HD Max actually has a USB quick connect charger, so that might be the reason why. I'm not sure why this one doesn't have a USB-C charger as well, since it has pretty much the same design, but maybe just to keep the cost down, which is pretty decent. I could live with that, but it is a nice speaker. The LED lights was a nice little touch that I didn't really expect, especially since I was using the HD Max for so long and it didn't have any type of lights. Now, recharging the battery, I charged it once at the hotel and I charged it a second time on my friend's power bank, and it charged both the same exact way. So that's really good. It is truly a portable device. So if you're going camping, you're going to the beach, you're going out for a walk. Well, I don't know if out for a walk is, this might be a little too loud for out for a walk. But if you just want something nice and good quality sound, I think this is actually a really solid choice. You could also answer phone calls, receive phone calls as well on it while it's connected, and it doubles as a speakerphone, so you have that. But let's dive into the pricing. Let's find out how much it actually really costs. Right now on Amazon, you can get this speaker on sale for $89.97. Normally it is $99. I believe I've seen it cheaper, to be honest with you. I think I've seen it in the $70 range, but you might just have to catch it when it's on sale. But 89 bucks for a speaker like this, I would definitely, I think it's worth the money. Mainly because of how much sound actually comes out of this speaker and how portable it truly really is. I don't know if I told you guys before, but I have a bunch of portable speakers. My wife buys them like water. We got one from Anchor. It's like the SoundCloud, which is nice, it's cute, but it's not really portable. Like, there's no way to really move it around easy because of the way of its shape. This works really well. The cylinder shape makes it easy to easily, if you have, like, I'll be honest with you, I'm a dad, so I wear cargo shorts. So I pop into the cargo shorts sometimes if I don't have the hook connected, because I don't have this connected at all times. Or I just hook it onto my backpack. It's light enough to where it doesn't weigh things down too badly. And when it's hooked up to your backpack, because it's bringing sound from everywhere, it still sounds really good. I usually play, when I'm usually using it sitting down, it's usually laid down flat like this so I could get some real good sound. But if you hold it up like this, pop it down, it's going to work perfectly fine. You pop it down like that, it works perfectly fine as well. So for the price, I think you are going to get a quality speaker. It is water resistant. It is pretty much shockproof, because I'll be honest with you, I just be tossing my bag all over the place. So where my bag lands and where it lands, and this held up very well with it, and it never skipped a beat. So I'll keep running with it. So price wise, I think is actually really good. I would say check on Amazon from time to time to see if you can find it for the $70 price range, because if you can, that's solid. Because if you get it for the $70 price range, I would recommend getting two. Might as well get two. It is something that I think that you will use very often. But yeah, let's go over to the overall performance. Now we're going to go into the overall opinion of the TrebLab HD77 and if it gets the DadsDent stamp of approval. I'm not even going to let you guys wait any longer. I'm just going to say it does get the DadsDent stamp of approval. This is another TrebLab product that did not let me down. This video is not at all sponsored by TrebLab. They don't pay us to do any of these videos here. It is something that I really do think is a solid product. My wife enjoyed it. My wife loves it. And I told you guys with the HD Max, when my wife loves it, you know we're doing good. Not only that, but it was tried and tested on a plane. I think Aruba is, I think, like 1,200 miles away from where I live in Atlanta, Georgia. So 1,200 miles away, this thing was a champ on the beach. Shoot, when I brought it back home, it still had sand on it from the beach, and it still worked perfectly fine. It charges really well and quickly. The battery life lasts really long. It's something that you could grab and go. It has a really good sound for the size, and for the price, even at $89, it is really solid. I definitely am interested in getting a second one, and I probably will, because I think I'm gonna use this more for when we travel locally, and use the HD Maxes in the backyard where we're kind of just doing stuff around the house and don't want to, because those are really good for outdoor speakers. They get real good sound. They're also water resistant as well. I don't have to worry about bringing a home pod outside or running wires somewhere else. It's just a really good, setup. So this is something that I would definitely recommend. It's a little champ, man. It's rugged. I really enjoyed this speaker. So TrebLab, I appreciate you guys for making another quality product. I loved it. My wife loved it. The people that I went to Aruba with loved it. It was a really good product. I'm happy that I tested it out a little bit longer before I did the review, because before, when I did the review, I had audio issues and I had to record the video over. But at that point in time, I literally only had used it for a couple days and just switched to the HD Max anyway. So this, having the opportunity to use it specifically just for 2 weeks on its own, has been really good for me. So if you guys are in the market for medium size, it's not really medium. I don't even think this is considered medium. It is. I'll tell you how tall it is. It's only 7.5 inches. Yeah, barely 7.5 inches. It's 7.3 inches tall. Really small. It's portable, and this is what you consider a real true portable speaker. It's quick to charge. It has very good sound. It's something that you could use for a long period of time without having the party die down. Now, this is not going to knock the neighbor's walls off, so definitely don't have to worry about that. It does get loud though, so you definitely want to make sure you don't want to be a noise pollution person. So it is something that I would recommend. Definitely check it out. Wait to see if you get it for a cheaper price if possibly can. But if not, the $89 is still pretty good. I would still recommend it. I'm actually going to buy another one anyway. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys are new to the channel, definitely go down below, hit that subscribe button, join the DadsDen family. The next review you guys could expect here is going to be the HD7, which is actually a lot smaller. The HD7 is only 6.5 inches. It has 25 hours of battery playback. I haven't used it yet. I'm excited to see what it's all about. I'm gonna use it for the next week. I just know it's a lot more portable. But if you guys are interested in that, definitely stick around for another video. Check it out on Amazon. And until next time, people, have a good one.